episode 20-something.
Oh.
I was waiting for my cue to cheer. Just scream.
Go!
This is all staged.
So I was doing research on D&D stuff, and it turns out that Jeff Grubb wrote like a module or campaign setting in 93, and he had a planet named Toril, and I had no idea that was a thing.
Jeff Grubb.
So
Who's that?
I honestly didn't do that much research on it. He did some writing for a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so I had no idea that was a thing.
That's fun.
I guess we both thought Toril was a good name. Alright, so...
Great, I love it.
The 4 out of 5 of you guys are now at the Braydon mansion. Ryurick has happily reunited with his mother and found out that Fiona, his favorite cousin, lives with her, but is currently out of town. Lady Deidre Braydon has taken everyone into her mansion and has allowed you guys some space to talk about your next steps. You see the arcane elf speaking quietly to Lady Braydon, and then she leads them down this other hallway, and you can assume that she's basically showing them like where they're gonna sleep. It is nearing nighttime. Luna, you have arranged to meet with Liam, the lore matron's accountant. You are to meet at the lore matron estate, and when the lights change, and the two of you will go to the restaurant the Silver River.
What?
You have about 2-ish hours, but it does take time to get from the Braydon estate to the Aoife mansion.
But wait,
Okay.
Tarina forgot Adlana. We still need to find her.
Oh, no.
Let me go through everyone's list.
Okay.
Kayanthi, you have been tasked with establishing a spy network within the city. You have been asked to place a spy within each of the matriarch houses and create a safe house for them. You have met Colm from House Aoife, Raxazel from the Breoreacht clan. Liam is a servant of House Aoife. Lady Braydon is not a matron, but she still holds a position of, relative power in the city. You still need someone in House Abhraigh, which is the High Priestess's house. And you also can't help but wonder about that lute player at the funeral. Can't get him off your mind.
Oh yeah, the lute player.
Tarina, you have been tasked to sabotage an engagement, namely the one between your brother Erevan and the Abhraigh heir Nessa. Thus far, you have concluded that you could probably dissuade the marriage on falsification of your brother, but have troubled yourself over it for fear of damaging his reputation. You have also dabbled with the idea of potentially introducing presenting another spouse or another option. And part of you thinks that maybe not showing up might be enough to just upset the Abhraighs into calling off the marriage. Ellie, in your travels, you have gained greater insight to your powers and have found purpose in using them. As you reflect on your accomplishments of your past, you remember the name Illumes and how you were supposed to find him. Adlana and Narte and Senya are still gone, and you are all very tired. That is where the recap ends.
That is quite a recap.
Yeah. I feel like you guys need to be reminded of all the stuff I throw at you.
So much stuff.
That helps.
Yeah. Because I know as a player I need that in my other campaigns. Now you guys have the floor is yours.
Quick, Tarina forgot Adlana, we have to go!
We probably should go with Lana. I'm sure she can handle herself, but yeah.
Senya did say she would wait by Mara's house.
Out of character, how long have you been resting?
You just got to the...
Yeah, we just got to the house.
You just got to the house. It's literally been 10 minutes.
Yeah,
10 ticks.
And we just got...
needs a nap.
We just got Kanaris back. We need to reunite all the arcane boys.
Could I get the arcane boys back together?
Yeah.
I feel like they're a band.
I mean, they're kind of.
They're kind of.
We're not like the boy band. It's the Jonas Brothers.
So, I mean, I guess we should go back to the. What was that store called again?
Mara's closet.
Yeah, Mara's Closet.
Closet where everyone's getting arrested?
Yeah, that one.
I don't think we should go there just because we were specifically whisked away in disguise.
That's
Yeah.
I guess we should wait to find them. I just feel bad because we just got Kanaris free.
Wait, remind me what happened with Kanaris, like where exactly he is, because I know we grabbed him, but...
So, Kanaris and Farius are with you at the Braydon estate.
Okay.
And then Narte voluntarily stayed behind with Senya because he wanted to be there when Ablana came back.
Yeah.
Boy.
Are there cats in this city?
Let me roll for that.
Underground cats.
Underground cats. Because, like, I'm sure...
The cave cats.
Okay, yeah. They're... make an intelligence check for me.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Luna is the smartest one.
Oh,
Just
really?
intelligence?
Yeah, just a general intelligence check.
5.
Cool. So, you think that there might be cats, but you haven't really specifically looked out for them.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't try to be a cat if I haven't really taken the time to look for them.
Yeah.
I could try to discreetly check up on them.
You can try to think of another animal if you want to try. Okay, so roll. Just roll another intelligence check.
17.
Okay, so you think back. What animals lives in caves? Bats. Bats live in caves. You've seen bats. You could be a bat.
I can't turn into a bat yet. I can't do any flying until level 8.
Oh, okay.
What about that?
I was like,
Rat.
yeah, you can, I'd say with the 17,
Spider.
you would think, anywhere where there's people and cargo and trade, there's probably going to be rats.
Okay. Can I safely check on them as a rat without getting squished?
So they are across the city, so you could do that. It would just take time.
No.
And
Time.
yeah, because it's a couple blocks. Let me.
A couple what?
It's a couple of blocks actually. It's pretty far away because you're in a different district of the city right now.
Yeah. Maybe we should just walk over there.
So yeah, I don't mind.
Are there people with horses?
Man, you guys. I mean, don't.
Are you gonna be incognito horse?
You guys.
I can be.
You guys are here. Mara's place is there. So you have a bit of walking to go.
Tarina does bring up a good point. There is a lot of happening at Mara's Closet. Big commotion. I wasn't thinking about that.
Maybe we should check back later tonight. Give it a couple more hours to settle down.
Sounds like a smart move.
He's probably asleep somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to
She took
sleep.
a nap again.
I don't have to sleep too much, and I can go as a animal too.
Yeah, that can work.
So how was the funeral? I bet it was really boring.
It was kind of violent.
Oh! It was very violent.
Fine.
Ellie.
Is it because there's a lot of dead people?
There was almost a lot more dead people.
There are a lot of salamanders. Really big ones. Really, really big ones. Yeah. They kind of swallowed me up.
Was the salamander swallowed? Are you okay, Keontae?
Are you okay?
I will do much better once we have rested longer. I'm still a little bit wounded.
Are you still covered in goo?
Actually,
I hope I have cleaned myself up. She most likely has done this by now, but her skull is not yet clean. So, we've got to deal with that next.
Probably just
I'm
a little
not
bit of
sure.
prestidigitation.
If only I could work in my very soul to prestigitize myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's her concern right now.
Yeah, I probably need to rest up a bit.
So you hear Deirdre come back up the stairs, and she comes back into. She left you in like the parlor room essentially, which has been converted into a library. And she says, "Well, I can show you where you can sleep. It's not much, but I can guarantee you won't have to sleep on the floor." So she takes you guys to the front room and then pauses and says, "Okay." She tells you where the kitchen is, tells you where the bathroom is, just gives you layout of the house, and then takes you guys upstairs. Upstairs there's a series of rooms. Lady Braydon has the master suite. She gestures towards an elaborate stone archway. "This is my room. I'm only going to be in here late at night for trance, but don't feel like you can't interrupt me if you need me for something." She kind of mumbles to herself. It's not like anyone minds. I'm used to it. And next to her room, she says, "This is Fiona's room. She'll be back tomorrow morning." She went to her mother's in Barrow. The funeral was just too hard for her. She and your grandmother were very close. And she opens a third door that happens to be another bedroom, but it was used as storage, obviously, because there's a bunch of stuff in it. "Oh, sorry," she waves her hand again, and the spell brushes away the majority of the dust. "A bit dusty, but I keep my older files here." The weight of the hand, and a small glowing humanoid shape takes form, and she casts invisible servant, basically, and starts just piling on files and folios. She's like, "Let me just get rid of this." Inside, you can see 2 couches and a bed that can hold 2 people. I can get blankets. It gets chilly here. If you need anything, let me know. It's just Fiona and myself here. The washroom's down the hall. And Ryurick, dear, your room is just at the other end. Just while you stay here, try to, she turns back to you guys, try to be discreet while you're here. It's probably best you stay low while we figure out what's going on in the city. I mean, I'm assuming the war matron isn't going to be too happy about her little prize getting away. She hates losing.
I'm bad at words, but she expresses gratitude for hospitality.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for your hospitality. We're gonna need a lot of blankets.
Okay.
All the blankets.
Okay. And then she kind of like pauses and is like, "Where do I keep blankets?" And then she comes back. She leaves and comes back. She's like, "Stay away from the red door."
What's in the red door?
It's my private study. I don't want you touching things. Very delicate work. And so then she leaves and then starts like going through closets and trying to find blankets. And while she's in the closet, she mentions, "Oh wait, I forgot to mention that Nessa Abhraigh is coming by to collect a book in about 30 ticks. Please try to be quiet while she's here. Not that you're loud or anything. It's just I don't want anyone to know I have guests because that raises lots of questions, and I don't really have a good lie yet."
Nosy people?
Drow are very nosy. And then she's, I found, and she pulls out some blankets. There's like one that was, it's probably made by someone's like it's like a quilt, like your grandma quilt that you stuff in the closet. And then there's the, like, you know that scratchy blanket that everyone's house
Like a
has.
satin
The
trim.
scratchy blanket. She's just like, I know it's not the
the
best. Maybe you
scratchy
should just put it on top of other ones. And she's like, I'll look around. We probably might have more somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna
Which
need a lot
one?
more.
Okay.
Like 15. Probably 40.
I don't think I have that many. She's like,
Well, as close as you can get to that.
okay. She's just like,
Is it that cold down here?
Well, no, but I need blankets to make a blanket for it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
well, I have a lot of robes. And you could use those. Sort of a wizard thing.
Cross my arms. I'm just muttering. I'm just like, rope for it doesn't sound like a blanket for it.
Well, I mean, you can tie the sleeves on and stuff.
No, I guess that
Make it
does
more
help. What it does help.
Okay, so she leaves and goes off to find more blankets. Ryurick goes with her. Pretty obvious that he just wants to be with his mom after being parted for so long.
Aww.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
So, is there...
What'd you say?
What do you guys want to do?
Luna's gonna pull Ellie aside
Okay.
because Ellie actually knows who Gealach is. Wait, does Ellie know who Gealach is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Okay. So she's at the funeral. I found Gealach's father.
Really?
Yeah.
Met any of his family before?
I mean, his mom is best friends with my mom, but his father is a slave.
It's... How is he?
He seems to be doing okay. I'm meeting with him for dinner. Like, I don't know if he knows about Gealach, honestly.
Oh, like he doesn't know that you guys are dating?
I don't think he knows that he got Gealach's mom pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, he doesn't know Gealach's dad is Gealach's dad?
He might not.
Then how do you know that Gealach's dad is Gealach's dad?
Because I know, because there's already told his name and he looks a lot like Gealach, if Gealach was human and not part Drow.
Oh.
And also is a slave for working for Drow.
Oh, that's really... I mean, what do you want to... Is there anything you want to do with that? Like, do you want...
I don't know. At least I want to, like,
he probably wants to see his son.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I'm just wondering, like, how to do that, because I don't really want to bring Gealach here. That just doesn't feel ethical. If that makes sense.
Well, you can always tell Gealach that his dad is here. He probably doesn't even know where his dad is.
Yeah. He's never met his dad, actually, but obviously. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just don't feel comfortable bringing Gealach here, with him being half Drow and a male, and the son of somebody they know is a slave, and that could just be messy.
Yeah,
But I don't know if there's a way to get his dad out of here, and I don't know if it'd be like, I don't know how I would do that, or if people would even let him go, or if I would just rent him to take him out, or
if he's a slave,
You do rent him.
if he's a slave, we could buy him. I've never bought a person before. It sounds weird.
it does sound kind of squirky, but yeah, I could be able to do
How do
it.
you buy a person? Do you have to buy a full human? Do you have to charge per hour? Do you have to charge per hair? I don't know.
You just
So many
negotiate with
logistics.
I think you just negotiate with the owner about like what value there is. Since a slave, okay, my brain is saying a slave is 32 pieces of silver, but
That's sounds too low.
That's probably a biblical thing, dude.
Alright? It's just like, I don't feel like that's a D&D thing.
I'll look that up, I guess.
But I don't know how much it costs since he is also a like an accountant. Well, it's not like he's just like a random person that they put to do their bit.
I mean, we could always try to find out. I mean, it doesn't hurt to
Yeah.
go over to the house and, I don't know, like, cross your arms and do what I do all the time. I cross my arms and I puff out my chest and I'm just like, I like your human. How much is your human?
I could probably do that, yeah. Or you can come with, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I'd love to help out.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, basically I'm meeting him in front of his owner's place when the lights change. In, what is it, an hour now? I wonder how long it takes to tour the house.
Oh, you gonna meet him in an hour?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just kind of jumped the gun. I was like, I need to tell him that he has a son, by the that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, we could just kind of just play this, just move by move. We
Yeah.
go to the house, we find out how much he is, and we could see if we could probably buy him. I mean, we got a lot of money from Ryurick.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to make sure that like he wants to meet Gealach before we go making life decisions for him.
I mean, after all, you're trying to buy him, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, give him a choice to be bought or not. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me.
Okay. So we'll talk to him, and if he's interested, then we can go buy him.
Don't worry, I got your back. I'll be your wing girl.
All right, thanks. You're the best, Ellie.
You guys are so cute.
See?
Girls, so cute.
I'm the most adorable of girls.
This is true. Who is the most adorable?
So,
What are you? Sorry, I was reading about the prices of slaves based on Roman currency.
oh, okay.
What
Thanks
about?
for going down that rabbit hole, DM.
Educated, I guess.
I now have a price for Liam.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, so is there anything we want to do before Luna goes to dinner?
Yeah, was there anything else we wanted to do in this town? Because we delivered Breoreacht. That's all we wanted to do, right?
There's something I would like to do,
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
but
Can you do
luckily
it
that
later?
problem is coming to us. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it another dad?
no.
Okay.
You always use more dad.
Just more.
More dads. That's why it's called D&D. It's dad and dad.
Dad. Dads and dragons.
Okay, so what you're trying to do is coming to you. I mean,
And then Keontae's just kind of quiet, she's thoughtful.
Okay, Keontae's pondering her next
mean,
move.
Keontae is pondering.
do you need help with that, Tarina? I mean, we made a pretty good team back at the arena and at that mansion. I have to say, I was really impressed.
You wanted to stay here, you could in fact help me.
Sure.
You are very disarming.
Is that a compliment?
I like pat my hair and I'm like, thank you?
Great.
Alright, so, who's gonna go first? We can go Luna path or Tarina path.
We have like the dialogue box right in front of us.
Choose your choice.
there's the warning. It's just like, if you choose this path, you're locked into it.
Yeah.
Luna.
Luna, okay. Luna.
Alright.
Alright, Luna.
Wait, would I be able to help Tarina if I'm going to Luna's thing?
I'd say you could stick around for like a half hour and then you guys would... No, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can help Tarina and Luna.
Can I help Trina and Luna?
Yes, actually.
Yay! We can actually be together as a party.
Yes, all of you can be together as a party for this event because Nessa is going to be here in 30 minutes and then you have like another hour and a half time frame before you have to meet at house.
Are we going to be like that date where Luna goes on a date but like brings her whole friends? It's like, oh, I brought a couple of friends, I hope you don't mind. Also, I got a boyfriend.
Let's just stay at the next booth or something.
Hi!
What's happening to Boyd?
Boyd has been so good.
Not even in the building.
That'd actually be perfect, I think.
That would be pretty great.
Okay, so door's knocking. You assume it's probably Nessa.
I mean,
Okay, so you hear the footsteps going across the floor, the bottom of the bottom floor, yeah. And then you hear Ryurick talking to his mom, and she's like, well, if you're not ready, just go upstairs. And he's just like, I don't think I'm ready. Okay, just go upstairs. So you hear him run upstairs, and he goes and, like, hides in the room with you guys. I was like, do you want him there or not? He's like, can I hang out with you guys?
Do you like Nessa?
What was that? Sorry.
Do you like Nessa?
Well, I mean, I thought she was really nice when we were kids. But I don't know how she's like now. So I'd rather just wait up here.
do you like blankets? And I grab the scratchy blanket and I throw it over him.
He's just like, ugh, huh. You know,
I don't think he makes a good post for a blanket for it.
he's like, why is there one of these in every house? He like bundles it up, and
No one buys them, they just appear.
yeah, it's like they just spawn in darkness and appear out of nowhere. Below you,
I like them and I rub my face against it and like I have a bunch of scratches now.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.